and she's never been on the air at all. She's only been on my Facebook show, so we've got a lot in store for you tonight. So please join me. Let's make it fun. You can watch it on TV, or you can obviously watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on our HSN Plus streaming service, and you can watch it on Facebook as well. So it's going to be a really fun night. Hey guys, were we able to find the matching pieces that go to this? Do we find the hook and the mount? Do you guys know? Is it back here? Where'd you hide it? Oh, there's the hook. Do we have the mount somewhere? No mountie. Is it available? Oh, okay. Well, we do have it. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's live TV, if you didn't know that. And I wanted to, we have some accessory pieces out in the set that actually go with this next item. But Pete, really when we go back in time, year after year, and really for a short amount of time, we bring in the original. This is kind of what started it all.
Oh, yeah.
Truly the most brilliant, effective way to dramatically reduce all those annoying flying things that we suffer from outdoors.
Yeah.
And this is from DynaTrap.
Exactly. And every single year it's gotten better. So this is by far the best one. And again, it's still all based on the technology. And it all comes from that LED light and how powerful that is and how it can really draw those flying, those biting insects in particular, now that we're outdoors for sure. And it's the most powerful, but it's also the longest lasting. I think what's so cool about DynaTrap is that you don't have to do something every week or every month and spend more money and do something else. That bulb is one of the things that you're going to have to replace.
Yep. But it's a gazillion hours.
It will last 27 consecutive months. So maybe in Florida we'll be using it consecutively because it's warm down here. But if you're up north, we're from Philadelphia, right, Suzanne? And you would use it. That would be 4 summers, like 4 seasons before you would have to replace it. So it's the most powerful, the longest lasting bulb that they've ever done. And that's really at the core of this whole thing, drawing them in with that light. But then we have that same fan that we were just talking about with our today's special, drawing those bugs down into this. And also, just like with our today's special, we're gonna also produce carbon dioxide, which is what we exhale with our breath. And that's what attracts those bugs to us. And that's why we get bit. But this is all that technology together works so well. So then after they get close, they see that light, they're attracted by the carbon dioxide, it pulls them down into this collection basket. First of all, this is the full acre design that we're looking at right here. Look at the size of that collection basket. I mean, if you had to empty this every 3 months, I'd be surprised, because you know how, like, if you have a million mosquitoes in there, they would barely fill this up because they're basically turned to dust after a certain amount of time. So it's so great that you don't have to do anything. That's what I love about this the most. There is no maintenance, because I've tried them all, where you have to use a propane tank or you have to put more bait in every week. You just won't do it. Oh, well, that's just me. I just couldn't keep up with it. But here, you don't do anything. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna put this away from where you're gathering, right? So you're enjoying the outside. You wanna put it about 40 feet away from you. 3 to 6 feet off the ground would be great. And then, this is most important, leave it on 24 hours a day, and it will do so much to reduce that population of the biting insects in your yard.
So smart. And I can't tell you, we have had this on for years, and we only do it at a really small window every season. Like, we get it in, and then when it sells out, that's it. We don't have any more. We don't bring more back in once we're midsummer, and you're really being annoyed by the mosquitoes and the flies and everything, right? So we have 3 different options. The one down below is our 1/4 acre. The one in front of me is a 1/2 acre, and the one in front of Peter is the full acre. Think of the size of an acre of property. That's how effective and powerful these are. Now, the bigger you go, the better the savings right now. This is a weekly deal drop, so we're showing it to you right now. Instead of making it a today's special, we decided to do almost the equivalent to that. As you go bigger, you get a bigger savings. So for example, in the 1 acre, you're saving $40 right now if you're buying it from us. And obviously we have a great price. It is a great unit. You've got the 3 choices, but if you really want to go big, now's the time to absolutely do it. Now, this is what's amazing to me. On 1 acre of property, that is a really large space,
Absolutely,
right? Yeah. It's that effective that it can work so well in that big space.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes, you know, you're thinking, well, I don't have a full acre of property. Do I want the full acre? Well, maybe you know that you have a big problem. So if you have a big problem, then go with the full acre. But if you want to make sure you're controlling the population in the front of your house, and the back of your house, then maybe 1 full acre isn't enough, but you want a ½ acre in the front and a ½ acre in the back. Because remember, it kind of works like when you drop a stone in a pond and how those rings go out from the middle. So your house would kind of block its effectiveness. So that's why you might want to have a ½ acre in the front and a half in the back. But if you have maybe just a ½ acre backyard, but you know that you've got a problem, maybe lots of foliage. You know, near my house, we have the drainage, you know, ditch across, and it's just always full with a little bit of standing water. You know you have a problem, definitely grab that full acre. And there you can see, look at that guy getting too close. He went right for that light, and then it just dragged him down. And this light is so cool. This has been independently tested to attract more insects than ever before. And there is the list.
Oh my gosh.
And it is extensive, all the different bugs. And this is really interesting, something that's very cool. This is not going to attract the good guys. It's not going to trap the good bees specifically. Yeah, they're great. Butterflies and bees, it's not going to attract them. Those, you know, pollinators in general are not attracted to this. But I mean, all the ones from the mosquitoes. I mean, mosquitoes are number one.
Oh,
I've got a war against mosquitoes at this point. I mean, they just, I mean, when I get bit by a mosquito, it's the worst.
Yeah.
You know, you get bit on your face and your neck, and then, you know what, it's my ankles. My ankles getting bit all the time. That's why something like this is so great. Because here's what's happening. If we use mosquitoes as an example, the mosquitoes in your yard, those are your mosquitoes. They don't fly around, you know, miles and miles. They're going to stay in your yard. They don't fly very far. So if you start trapping those biting insects, and the females are the ones that are biting, they're the ones that are reproducing. We're trapping them again. So you're reducing that population every single day as you trap more and more. Exactly. So that's why it's so important. Those mosquitoes don't travel very far. You're not getting your neighbor's mosquitoes. They're not getting yours. They don't travel, but they are going to be in your yard. So you have to make sure that you reduce that population. So if you're doing that, as soon as the temperature reaches 50 degrees in your area, that's when those mosquitoes are active, or all those biting insects are active. That's when you want your DynaTrap out there. So we're getting close pretty much everywhere at this point.
It's getting close.
Especially down here. And you know where you're located, you may use it more months than if you are further up north, and then you use it a little bit less, but just means that bulb and everything else is going to last longer. But plug it in 24 hours a day. Can you imagine like the other ways that we're trying to do this? It's trying to spray everyone with the bug spray before we go out. There's
or
all this,
or citronella candles, or tiki torch lights that really don't do anything, that's got citronella liquid in it. Like there's all these other messy alternatives. Or you just set this out there and let it do its thing, and it looks great. It's not like it's a really ugly eyesore. They made it look like a really beautiful, almost basket, or
like a lantern.
Like a lantern design. Now I have 2 options for you to be able to mount it. Behind me is going to be the shepherd's hook. We have that available, and it is, you can get it now. It's going to hold any of the 3 sizes, and basically you're just shoving it in the ground and you're good to go. The other option I thought was really clever is this is an expandable hook. So if you want to actually mount this to, say, your garage, right? Because remember, you're not putting it right beside you. You actually want to put it a little bit farther away from you. You can mount this on the garage and hang it from there. So we have this available. It's called the extendable mount. That is also an option for you. So if you don't know right away how you're going to hang it, we've got 2 options. And this is new. I've never sold this before. We've done the hook before, but we've never done this. And it's the perfect time to get it, because how often do your outdoor events, maybe it's a barbecue, just trying to sit out there and enjoy a cocktail on a Friday evening at dusk, it gets ruined because all of a sudden you're going, ow, 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 and you're like, shoot, let's just go inside. This is not worth it. All of a sudden you recapture your outside environment. You can enjoy your deck, your balcony, your patio, your yard, your 1 acre. If you're lucky enough to have a big old backyard, wow. How much fun would that be to be like if you're sitting around with the kids and maybe you've got a little, maybe you have a big pool or maybe a little blow-up pool. I don't care, or one slip and slide, right? If you're the mom and dad out there in the chair trying to watch the kids so that to be careful, and you're getting eaten up, that's just not fun. You're going to end the fun real quick.
Yeah, I think there's always the one person in the family, whether it's the husband, the wife, or one of the kids, that really just gets really bad, gets bit constantly. So if it's even just for that one person, so everyone can enjoy being outside, it's such a perfect option. And we're talking about the technology. I just wanted to show you, I've been showing this for quite a while, but this is from 2 weeks. Now, I've had these bugs since 2019. I'm not sure that's a great thing to say, but this is 2 weeks with the DynaTrap. This is just outside of Chicago, in Yeah, it was in April. So
wow.
This is what they were able to collect in just 2 weeks. So it really works. And just like we were saying with the today's special with the glue cards, you're going to be able to see what you've done. And I'll show you this real quick. I'm going to spin this around, and I'll just flip it off real quick. And then I'm going to show you that to open it, I'm just going to turn it. And this is the collection basket. And we don't use the glue cards here because we have this, which keeps them from getting back out. But look at the size of this. It is unbelievable how large it is. Now, I'm showing you this, but this isn't how you're gonna have to empty it. To empty it is even easier because it has, for the first time with this unit, it's a one touch to empty that. Let me just get this in here.
Is that in all three sizes too?
Yeah, it just has that button on the bottom. So I'll put this back on. You're not gonna have to do this. I just wanted you to see that. But again, it just turns just like that. So when I lift it up, I'm going to lift it up right here. So there's just a button right there, and all I'm going to do is push that button, I hope, and it's going to drop out the bottom. Of course, it's not for me right now. Let me see what I did to it.
Oh, we've got it on B-roll too. You can see it. There it is. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. You hit the button, and look at all those bugs that fell out. That
okay, it worked once we went away from it. It comes off. You don't know why it's sticking. I think I'm holding it weird. Anyway, we saw it on TV. They did it on the video. They did a lot better than I did.
Hey, you know what? The original one didn't do that. When you
had to open it and then dump it out.
You had to dump it out.
But it does have that one touch.
They made some dramatic improvements. Now remember, the light that's included with it, and they all have their own lights, they last for a really long time. But we do have replacement lights available. So if you kind of want to stock up, you won't need them for a long time. You could go multiple seasons without ever having to replace the light. But it's nice that we have them back in stock. And once you get them, you're kind of set. Now here's the other thing. I know many of you think, well, wait a minute, I've used zappers, I've used citronella, I've used the tiki torches, I've tried this, I've tried that. Nothing seems to work. You've got 30 days. You will not need 30 days to look in that basket and see what's collected. You're gonna know really very quickly how effective it is for your space. But I want you to get it tonight, and here's why. When these sell out, that's it. We take months to get them in. We time it, so obviously it's the beginning of buggy season.
Oh, yeah.
And then once they're sold out, we don't have any more coming in behind that. So when we get to the heart of the summer, when you're really trying to enjoy your outdoor space and you're thinking, oh man, what am I gonna do? The mosquitoes are driving me crazy. The flies, the bugs, they're ruining my backyard picnic, you know? If I just sit out there at dusk trying to have a drink on a Friday night after work, I'm getting eaten up. You wanna get it now. Don't wait until you're in the heart of the bug season and then try to come back and buy it. Because number one, it won't be a weekly deal drop, and number two, we just simply won't have it in stock. Now we do have 3 color options, which is great too. So you're picking, what size do you want? Do you want a 1/4 acre? Do you want a 1/2 acre? Or do you want the big guy, the 1 acre? Then you're choosing, do you want to do the forest green? We also have this one we're calling the bronze, right?
Yes.
And this one's going to be graphite. So we've got 3 colors. We do not have the black available right now. Okay, the black is already sold out, and the graphite is the most popular right now in all 3 sizes. Why is it a weekly deal drop? You have 1 week to take advantage of it, or it sells out. You've got savings. So the bigger you go, the bigger the savings. It's $20 on the 1/4 acre. It's, I wrote it down, it's $30 on the 1/2 acre, and it's $40 savings on the 1 acre.
Yeah, it's
which is awesome.
The technology is so great. It works. It's safe. There's no odors. There's no pesticides. It's virtually silent, and it works 24 hours a day. And then maybe my favorite thing is, certainly there's no preparation every single day to go out there, but it's running 24 hours a day, and you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to put more bait in there. You don't have to change anything out. You hardly even have to empty because that collection basket is so large. It works. You've got to try it, and you said it, Suzanne. You can get your outdoors back. You can enjoy being outside and not have to worry about those biting insects.
Yeah, it really, and it makes a huge difference. You don't understand how effective it is until you actually start using it, and then you're like, wow, we can actually enjoy our outside. All right, Pete, we'll see you next hour.
Yes,
thanks for hanging out. We got a lot more coming up. By the way, I want to show you the rest of our weekly deal drops. You can go to hsn.com, you type it in our search bar, and then you'll be presented with this entire collection of all and some of our very best deals we are offering this week. But you got to hurry because they're all limited for a limited amount of time. All right, coming up next, we've got Insta Trim back in stock. We're going to put perfect trim anywhere in your home easily.